F5. We're here for round 14 of this season, and we are right into qualifying here. As you see, as well, it is round 14 at Baku. This most championship being decided, and our championship leader isn't with us today. He's at the F3 race, but do stick with us, for I do believe it will be a fairly good race around the street of Baku. It is one of the longest circuits on the calendar here, and I would have to say it's one of the fairly more fun circuits, where you can get a bit of action, like there was yesterday, but even still, yesterday's race did make this track actually look tame in comparison. You'd wonder. We have some people out early on the soft compound tire. Yep. Except for Zara, who is out on the medium. The first car out on track is Eco's Sancho is. So we'll actually go on board in the number 2 AlphaTauri and see where they can go. So as you head down the one, a very long straight where it's very easy to slipstream. You can really slipstream people back even if you're overtaken. So starting at the turn 1 here, want to hit your apex right and try push it as close as you can to the wall, but don't hit it. Then again, another 90-degree right-hander, and that wasn't quite as nice as the first corner. Just hitting a little outside wall there. Now turn 3, more 90-degree corners, and now into turn 4, as we're coming into more of a Monaco style section. Because obviously the pace is a bit slower. Just get through the chicane. You can win or lose a lot of time there depending on how you take the entry. And here is the right-hander where you're trying to take as much leeway with as possible, and now through the castle section where it has been fairly nice. It is good for a banker anyway, and that'll be an important thing to get his lap time on the board. Some flat out kinks before a downhill braking zone where it is very easy to mess up, as a bit of a lock up there, but they've met the corner, and now one last corner where it can get all get undone, as Kimi Raikkonen will well know from his run at Baku 3 years ago. And through the last couple of kinks, just one more slight right turn, and then it is just put to the floor and DRS on, so you wait in line. As it comes up, it is 139.1. I expect we will dip in well into 38. The Terra Racer is about to cross the line now on this lap. This 39.9. Not great for him. 46.7 for the over, that is not representative. Oh, and of course, you may be wondering where Evan is. Usually he is here with me on most races, and he has been here for more races than me this season, but tonight he can't make it, and we do hope he will be back here next week. So let's see, another time, the Alfa Romeo, 39.7, Ewan Baker, 39.6, Rania, 29.9, so Nico Sancho is just setting a blistering pace at the moment. Programmer, 39.4, Zara, 29.3. As tactician now. Well, Edson, maybe I'll... Right, looks like some people are struggling a lot on their first runs here. Because normally the field isn't that spread. So, tactician on pole at the moment, as there's a yellow flag, I believe, for an Alfa Romeo. Could have just been lanes car through. That could have been it. Just check there for the wing. Wing's fine, as Yogurt is now on pole position with a 1:38.5. You must say, a good lap. A good lap. Although 2 laps in them tyres won't help for the race. Well, we have Vengeance here 48, so looking right now we're looking to get more representative time, maybe getting some time here maybe through the castle section. This could have been one of these spots where we lost time. But there is a lot of places to lose time here. Now, as you right downhill, and this is really satisfying if you get it right. You get that braking point right, and you're able to just pin the throttle on exit. And now through here, just making sure, remember, take the right line. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Once you take the wrong line, you could be in trouble. Not even in the damage sense, it could just be you lose time in the straight. And as the Mercedes comes up to the line, it is a 1:39.1. Good enough for P4. So, a second row lockout from Mercedes here. And, so the rest of the grid, Zara actually is in a good spot here. Mediums P7. Be happy with that first run. Plus that means it saves a set of softs for the race probably. You can't really get that many runs in here, owing to the fact that this track is 6 kilometers long. And then they are either the second or third longest, depending on the distance of the Saudi track. Oh, and Louis Roux has had a touch of the wall there, and that does not help. He's backed off, although there was a slipstream there, and that would have negated it. No, nearly. Although Bugatti would be the one to benefit from that slipstream. You see, you can't really not really allowed to slipstream yourself, but obviously you can pick up a toe here and there where you're just entering the pits. Some people out for their second run, trying to make sure that they don't get caught out for timing on their final run. As it's like 10 minutes left. Sancho is who had set the early pace, but now is only P5. So let's see where he can go. Just down the back straight here. Where you still see people slipstream to make a move. As that looks a bit slower. Yeah, that's the back. They've backed off. So terrorists are also not really pushing here. Bugatti wide. Checking for the restaurant. Let's see. Also, we have some people crossing the line. I think. Yep. Alfa Romeo on the lap, so we'll keep an eye on them and see what they can do early on here, and see if there's time to gain. This is now braking. Just remember, just need to hit the apex as that is marked out of qualifying. Bad space to crash into as well, because that's what people need to get there. Well, basically, yeah, on the throttle immediately, and just hope that they have the straight line speed. I hope that their work in sector 2 is done enough. As Boy was slightly slowing for a sector as that looked like a kick out from the rear, and that were not out of time or tyres. But braking here, make sure to avoid trying to go over that curb, as the curbs are a bit more sensitive now. And more time lost. Let's see here. Obviously, if you gain time out of this corner, you're going to continue to do that for pretty much the rest of the straight. In the slight, or even the most incremental of improvements can boost your lap time as you 29.5. So 2/10 of the last sector and a positional improvement. Programmer, who was 2/10 up after sector 2, is up to P4. Meanwhile, let's see, there is a Haas crossing the line into P8 over Bradley. Now, there's nothing new into pits, and we have a Mercedes starting a lap. So at the moment, well, it is, well, Black Box is improving at the moment, and this could be a contender for pole position. So let's see where they can go. As they come up to the line, it is just a drag race at this point. 319, 320, 322, 323, 324. It's P2 for FPR Black Box. Very good lap, 38.5, and well, as Yogurt is beginning this attempt now, and might be able to benefit from the slipstream from his rival for pole position here. Honestly, you don't really have that much to fight for now. Both championships are pretty much well done, and it's just a case of trying to just put in a bit of an impression, try to get yourself up into a higher tier, or even just keep yourself in the tier you are in, and just turn around to form, maybe get a little bit of momentum going before Christmas, and then stay after Christmas. Maybe you might be able to really push on. As we have people on their laps, important to get back to the pits in time. As Louis Roux, who is P4, so I suppose our plan is not going too bad. As the key to now is going to cross the line very soon, and well, let's see where he can go. Where can he put this Williams? Into the pits. That's where he's playing it. So let's move on. I want Ewan Baker, who is a 10th, or he's a lot up apparently, but he's into the pits. There you go. Now Yogurt in the pits, Black Box in the pits. Tactician. Yeah, he'll have to be into the pits soon. And that is the indication. That's risky. That's risky. You're pretty much confirming yourself to not be able to get a final run in. You're just gambling on this particular run. But who knows, this could be a pole position lap, as I doubt track evolution is going to make things change that quickly. This is the third longest track in the calendar now. It was second, but now Saudi Arabia has managed to slot in ahead. Let's see a Terra Racer on a lap. Or not. Not sure what's going on here. Hasn't done much most of this session. Yogurt on an out lap. Black Box will surely be out soon. As well, yeah, he is. He is just out now. And Sancho is here. It is... Well, it was 600 up. Tactician with a 38.4 and has put himself on the pole position. The lap has worked. Programmer for sector. And this Monster Sancho is here. He just needs to hope that Alpine is out of the way. And the Alpine is well out of the way. So let's see here. Almost 3/10 improvement. This would be a good lap. Programmer. Oh, was improving. Now he's 5th at best. Ambition well ahead of Adhesion. And if you can tell me, if you know where that comes from, points to you. Sancho Reeves goes into 4th place, so Programmer already down to 6th, as Bjorn has went to 2nd. So some really good form from Bjorn here, as Terra Racer retired. I guess not much for him to do at this point. As well, Gasly has got no wing, so Baku decided to claim a few car parts. Akitu starts the lap. Zara, who is still 10th with the medium, but now is up to 2nd on the softs. It is very good for Zara there, as this fight for pole position is really heating up. Let's see what Yogurt can do in this first sector. You can understand the information as that is Bjorn letting people through, I believe. Yogurt slightly down this first sector, but still that close. It's all to play for here. As Black Box is retiring the session, P5 are best for him. And now, Yogurt, can he claim back this pole position he was holding on to for so long? As Sancho is the Avatar ahead, so... And then even Baker is... Rob, well, yeah, he is going to be in this fight as well, as there could well be an improvement here, and he knows that as the timer has struck, it is 0-0-0. No more second chances. You either do your lap or you just have to wait. 37-38. It is P6. Not bad for McLaren. And it's now P1 for Yogurt. A brilliant lap, and with the required improvement to take, well, pole position. As I believe that is it. The K2 has went P12. So, alright for the K2. Pretty tire choice. There's potential in that. As well as Sarah and Bjorn, who crossed the line before the timer hit 0. They are going round. And yeah, that is it for qualifying, and that was, quite frankly, a brilliant session. We just have to wait for Zara to be fully into the pits here, and then we will be finished. So, some interesting results. Yogurt on pole position, Tactician P2, and Zara at P3. And some Bjorn troops in good form as well. So Yogurt lines up on pole position, 12 thousandths ahead of Tactician, and you have 4 drivers within a tenth, with Hazara 66 thousandths off and 3/4 of a tenth off for Bjorn. So Black Box then P5, even bigger P6, Vengeance P7, Louis Roux P8, Sancho is P9, Randy P10, Programmer P11, Nikito P12, Suzuki 13, Teresa P14, Bugatti P15, Mark P16. That is your grid for this race, and we have a hugely exciting race in store, with about 3/10 separating the top 8. And with the slipstream games that can happen here, especially just due to his power, then we are in for a cracker. So now we are just getting ready for the race. Some people just making sure the strategy, the fuel, obviously, you know, it's not as if you can put in a bunch of fuel and use rich mode mix anymore. You know, so you just have to make do with what you have, and then safety cars will inflate your tank. This AWS is saying 2-stop, but it is highly likely to be a 1-stop. And well, it is fairly simple there. Softs for top 10, mediums for everyone inside. There is. Oh no, the plans are obvious. Let's see if any of these medium runners can get in between the others, like in the mix with the soft runners. They could be in a very powerful position then. Not much really to talk about here, but you see, Baku has got one of the shortest runs to turn 1. So while obviously you can't really maximise that much off the start, it does mean that if you have a bad start, you can still stay close, and there's the opportunity for slipstreaming that down towards turn 3. So that will probably be the main point here. But obviously you mate, well, you got to see someone activate their magic, and that can be in both a good and a bad way, as a certain Mercedes driver can tell you. So those things in, and that means the eye will drive towards the grid slots. Has well, a bit of extra speed there from one of the cars, the black box, who has joined F4 Campionato. So good luck to him there, and well, other drivers, obviously nothing much has changed. So 16 drivers on the grid, 3/10 between top 8 and quali. Let's see what this gets us. We're in for a classic. And hopefully no start lights glitch, which is a brilliant thing to know. Two, 4, 5 red lights in Baku. Lights out, and we are racing around Baku. Let's see who is first in turn 1, as Yogurt has got the star he needed. Azara is up to P2. And Tactician down to P3 here. Side by side between Tactician and Bjorn. Is there going to be contact in 2017? Not quite. They keep it over the wall. As we've got some people in the back. As Bugatti, Sarah Racer caught up. Oh dear. Not at the front. All quiet. Sancho Race and Vengeance side by side. AlphaTauri versus Mercedes. And Vengeance was ahead, but now Sancho Race is ahead with the inside. And well, it makes sense to stop battling there unless you're the Hassan Alpine. As well, that was an accident waiting to happen. You just could not keep it side by side there. But they are lucky as Louis Roux is just misses braking, and that is and Louis Race Roux end, as that is a puncture, and that is going to be a hard job to bring back. As how he's met the corner, I do not know, and that is a very impressive feat, I must say. As Mark and the key to Williams. That's not a place you want to go overtaking. Programmer is out of the race. He has crashed, and that has brought out the VSC. Louis Roux has a chance now maybe to get back to the pits, as he is doing a better job of navigating the circuit than a lot of people would, even with a punctured tyre. That I wonder if that's causing damage, given the damage Monty brought in. The programmer has left, as you've got some people already in the pits. Tactician, black box. Wing change for black box. And was that a wing change for Tactician? No, he's went on to the hards. I think he could be going to the end here. This could a safety car or a VSC is in now. And well, the key to also being tired. Louis Roux has retired, so obviously it wasn't really going to be me much there. And yeah, that was quite a nice start, but then just exploded to a little bit of chaos. Yogurt, our head so far on the Wazara is sticking. Bjorn, however, he is in no man's land. Ivan Baker is a little bit in his behind as well, although he does have some cars on his tail. Even some medium runners now here, they're not in a bad position, as they have, well, they're getting suggested over one stop, so it has to be fairly good for tire wear. Yeah. Now, as you look here, it looks like a little bit of McLaren versus Aston Martin for the win. Two British teams fighting for a victory here. As Siggy is past the Mercedes, but you could see slipstreaming back here. Because obviously, if you get to toe, you will get pulled towards them. Not quite here. Sancho Reyes is probably fighting just to stay in the DRS, and he hasn't even. Or no, he has. Sorry, I'm looking at Baker. Baker, obviously, he is towing these guys along. So I was looking at Pure. As Mark is into the pit, that is for the hard tyre, and he has came out in P13. So 14 drivers left. Rallier, 51 seconds off. He is not in a good place here. As something's up here. It should not be that slow. That's at least 10ers. As that is highly likely to be retirement, as it will require a safety car fairly quickly. Bralia is retired in the pits, obviously, so nothing will happen. And it is towards the end of lap 3. Storylines are developing with top 2 going to be in a race long duel, it seems, unless one or two things do happen. Although we do have to watch the tactician. He is Made a stop with the VSE, mind you. And is 18 seconds off. So he's going to lose a little time at this moment as Azar has to pass it up. As that did not look great. Hard tires, not providing a lot of grip. We'll see, they will get better, but you know. Yeah. The black box, fastest lap. Leon Baker is closing up to Bjorn. No use up to session, obviously. Not much for him to do at this point. And so Yogurt is still leading the way here. It is looks like it'll be as one of them races where it's just going to be a duel at the front. We've had a fair few of them in real life Formula 1, where some of them have been fairly clean enough. Like Bahrain, I know there's the off-track thing, but they didn't hit each other. And then there's sort of Spain, France, where that was based on strategy. On the slipstream here, let's watch. Zara is closing in. Closer and closer you go, the more likely you could hit the person due to the toe. As that is a yellow flag, that is someone has done something that Bjorn, who was on a good run of form, my mistake now is coming down to P7. Even still, and I have to control that slide now. Don't worry, you do have a bit of a gap behind you, and once you're up to speed, you're not really going to be closed down too much. But maybe a pit stop might be what Bjorn needs then to try and make something a little more of this. That means it is a McLaren 1-3, which is a nice result, and that means Baker's a bit of a gap, although 6 points. We'll look to try close up, because that would be really beneficial then, so we'll be able to drag them along. Same again here, new lap, same old Azara looking to close up, although Yogurt has been using that ERS. And Azara here, who isn't even bothering to use any, although Yogurt's in. We might be triggering an early stop here, and that could be a call for Bjorn to pit, as that is a VSE, and that is what I would call a call and a half. Vengeance in. Bjorn is surely going to be in. Terry Racer will be in shortly too, as that Tom Junior and Jump Sancho is. Well, if Sancho is on mediums, he's kicking himself. Hard for Vengeance. Well, mediums for Yogurt. And Zara's lead is gone, and that is tactician strategy down the drain. Because he was not just allowed a free stop. As Mark has left the session, he is the one who caused that one, the DNF, and This obviously in. Oh, sick boy drive through. Even bigger drive through, surely then. That is, yep, drive throughs for McLaren. And so not only were they caught up with the VSE, they also, well, Baker was caught out because he had to avoid a double stack. But now he's got to go into the pit, and it won't be for tyres. It's going to be for a penalty, and that is a race ruiner. Sean Baker lost a sick boy who was doing very well and made himself up to that point. Into the pits they go. Sick boy next to stay out. Bjorn picks up the first time penalty anyway. Yeah, that is, well, pretty big in the context of all this. Sancho is now. And Bjorn, yeah, so Bjorn's been able to catch up a bit of time. And there's Yogurt now. Look at it. Right past Spaghetti, he's on to third. And that is turned this race on his head. Well, Hazara has had no choice. At least he thankfully he doesn't have a drive-through or anything like that. There is a chance there for him to maybe work something out. Go a bit long. Let's see, what will Hazara do? This is going to be troubling factors. What's the gap? 5.9. Hey, Hazara has so much time. And sick boy is in. And Robert takes the lead of the race. Galley is close, but obviously there's not a pit stop here. No pit stop as we need for him. Zara, hard tyres. Maybe he does like the harder compounded tyre. Couple of seconds off. And that is of the race. Oh, we're hoping for a race long duel. It's just turned into a bit of a one person manages to catch the luck, the other doesn't. So, let's see if there's any more elements here. Is another VSC? What exactly? Not. It's just gonna be a C, but I'm not sure what for. Good evening, Baker. Let me check the wing. Wing's fine. Wing's fine here. I think it's pretty sick boy. Although sick boy is taking the opportunity to pit and minimise drive-through damage. His gears enable some we'll be able to minimise as much. Sancho is in the pits, and that could be a race. Oh yeah, that's why. That is definitely why. Sancho is has been whizzed into the wall. And yep, hello there. Sorry I didn't see the comment, but I have now So Yogurt is, well, even got a nice bit. A nice bit. In terms of damage, let me check. Well, it should be anyway. Well, yeah, it is on simulation. It shouldn't be. Well, I'm checking, he might have a damage mob, as that would probably explain why. He didn't really see that much, but the wing, he had no wing. Is annoyed with that as well. Look, we've got to move. Bjorn is past Vengeance for P5 with the tyres. Oh, not quite the corner he would have wanted, although he had overspeed. He's tactician now. That's sick boy, so the action starting to pick up. You're getting something here. Ah, that is an unfortunate one. That is a bit of an error. Simulation damage. Yeah, so there you go, 4.5 seconds in between you and Magassi, but Magassi hasn't pitted. Zara 10 seconds off the lead and will require pretty much a miracle now. Just something that would bring them into this. You see those Bjorn's bolted and no Vengeance. No what you can do. Racer on 8 level softs, he's going to pit again. That'll drop in out of points. Probably. Oh, look, that's another lock-up smoke. Sick boy in the pit, so I don't think it will drop the racer to outside the points, but it will probably drop to P10. Well, yep, another VSE. Another VSE. We check was 4. Yes, well, you're over in the pits. I'm not sure. Plancher's drive through, and if I'm not mistaken, oh, Yogurt! Has he bottled this one? Oh well, or is he's the host of the lobby? I wonder. I wonder. Terrace also in the pits taking whatever time he can. Let's see here. Yogurt. He has 13 seconds to make up in 14 laps. And we have to be almost a second a lap. He has 3 lap fresher tyres, 1 step softer. Yeah, so let me see. Okay, man, let's see this one. You have to be gaining, so see, 13 seconds divided by 14 laps. You have to be gaining just over 9/10 a lap. And so see, he's closing at the moment by a lot. You see, to get through car. Engine. You see, his teammates up there, but I believe. Yeah. Because we've had a fair amount of VSCs, and I don't know if we're going to get another safety car. So let's see. Is he going to do much? Obviously, went fast. He has the pace to do anything on the hards, but it is an easy enough pass. His vengeance is likely not to do too much. As we're the player charging too, Ewan Baker. Oh, I want to watch that charge. His tactician now has a chance to get back at him, because Ewan Baker went a little too wide. 2-1. So, let's look. Already 4 seconds of that gap has been sliced. But that is the power of brand new medium tyres. Not sure what the... It's saying over... We're driving with a bit of anger, but is that going to be focused anger or more of a... another anger? As that is... Sick boy crashed. That is damage. And, well, or is this going from bad to worse? And surprisingly, nothing. I believe we've nearly had our fill for VFCs. Zara, he's still struggling to put indents into Bugatti, who is on 13 lap all mediums from the... well, Fortnite 14 at this stage. So Zara, now, starting to close in a little bit now, but 12 seconds now. 12 seconds, 14 laps. So that is 6 seconds sliced off. Or I'm not, hold on. I might be mixing up my number somewhere. When the Zara came out, yeah, it was 13th. It's 6 seconds now, so yeah, I was right in how much was gained. It's about 6 seconds now, and 14 laps remaining. This could be nearly a formality at this point. This rate, but the ERS, that has to be long. That ERS is long. And obviously, you can't really charge it in sector 3. You can obviously bring it up here. Then bring it up a little more here. then you're using these down this entire straight, and then with DRS, and also you get your chance to build up a little bit of ERS here. So he needs to get past Bjorn. See, Bjorn's got a penalty, so either he won't fight it because he'll be behind either way, or he will because he thinks maybe there's a chance that I can force a mistake here, or not in a terrible way, but just honestly, just to go try his yogurt 3 seconds. That is negating some leg of work. And that would mean the warnings of Zara are going to become extremely important. VRS here, and he's acting to use some of it. Yogurt, can he continue this charge and get past Bjorn, who has done well to be in fourth now and not gaining enough? This is where the charge can become undone. If that is black box in the pits, as we would have expected. Off go one medium set, on go another. And now it's going to be the black box charge we can watch out for as well. No word. It's not closing out now. And this is where the tyres can go off. Because when you're in that dirty air, you're not really... the car really isn't getting the air it was built for. Because when they build a car, they're thinking of free running, where it will be most of the time, where there's a bit of space out and they'll be able to just go full optimum for pure lap time. But now when you're in dirty air, that's all changed. You're getting given up there, as that is a slide from Bjorn, and Yogurt had a look there, thought there was a chance, and will he go for a move here? It would be very brave to do that, as that is a double lockup from Bjorn. Not a great sign on 9 lap all mediums, which still have to go another 10 laps in that. Not even half distance for them tyres. As now it is up to Yogurt here. Surely he will have to pass them. He's gaining even without the use of ERS, and with DRS this will only be made easier. I suppose to the left, and it is passed in a fairly comfortable fashion, and well, nobody stands between Yogurt and Lazara now. Although, what will Bugatti do? See, where is he going to drop back out? It could be around the P5, P6 area, where if we're just trying to get past Tactician Vengeance, or maybe start to try commit to chase down. Well, it is... actually, Bjorn's back ahead. Apologies for missing that one, but Bjorn's back ahead. And now that means Yogurt, he's in a lot of trouble. It wasn't... you know, we thought this is going to be not too bad in the end, given the time he was gaining. But now, that's in a bit of trouble. So Yogurt, not even that close this time. Without ERS, that's going to be highly likely to be another lap stuck behind the Alfa Romeo, as this would be Bjorn effectively doing a Fernando Alonso type job for Azara by keeping Yogurt from closing up. Because I think Azara wouldn't have that much to defend with, given he's on them hard compound tires. That's a lockup from Bjorn, a huge lockup. But in this case, it doesn't really matter that much. As long as you make it a corner, you're not really going to be in too much trouble. The black box has vengeance. Bugatti here. Let me check this. Let me check the stops. Yeah, it has on one. So pit stop will surely be imminent. As well, Bugatti is finally starting struggling on Azara. Is closing up a hard, coming into a nice enough window now. As well, and Aston Martin doing well at Baku. We read the script before. Is the script about to be reused? In an even better matter, as Bugatti has decided now it's time to make the one and probably only pit stop. Bugatti has done a fairly nice race here to lead for a good bit, just not make mistakes. As tactician is passed by Ewan Baker, Bugatti here, he's probably going to come out right in the middle of this. And he's just going to come out right behind with the soft tyres. And what's he going to do? He's just going to get stuck behind. His black box is going to get a chance to get DRS. Purely because he can't use these soft tyres straight away. As he's trying to get down the inside, around the outside. And I think now it's time for Tactician to give it up and just get himself dragged along, and maybe that way he will be able to pass even Baker. The black box as well, he'll be able to profit from this. Any mistakes by these three and he is right on them. Since he already knows what the medium's like for the first stint, he will know how to manage them. As well, let's see here, Bugatti is passing on Baker. He's very quickly. But did he pass too early? No, honestly not. Didn't pass too early. And black box. He's done Hamilton. He's missed his braking there. And it might have been the case with the Magic. And that is back down to P8 and a bit of work gone here. Probably. What would have been a P5? As Yogurt now is 3 seconds and Bjorn is still there. Bjorn still there. And Bjorn's even closing in, so it's not as if Yogurt is just not gaining. Yogurt's probably been compromised there by Bjorn's lap teammate. Oh, sick boy. So let's see. Yogurt closing. Gassy now. What could he do? What can he do? 5 laps, but he could probably do a bit in them 5 laps. Them softs are going to be quick because tracks, there's going to be grip left, rubber down, there's going to be everything. This Yogurt just can't get past. Sick point on the softs and is now pulling away. I don't really think Bjorn would have been asking him to do XYZ for him. Oh my. Bjorn's out. Yogurt. Safety car. This is going to get spicy. And I think Bugatti here is going to take the lead. That is a huge thing. One mistake from Bjorn, he's gone. He has put in such a good defensive driving display just up until he had that one moment at the castle where so many people have lost it. And it's the key to here, he's actually going to get back into this. Zara is going to be in the pits. Yogurt will be in the pits. Bugatti is highly likely to stay out and take the lead of this Grand Prix. It is not much left. Not much left. He is passed. And it is the lead for Bugatti, whose stars won't be too bad. They will be absolutely fine. As it is going to be hell for leather here. Depending on when everyone catches up, we could go to the end of lap 23 or lap 24. Yep, so everyone is soft, apart from tactician on the mediums. It's probably a bad call. Yeah, not the best call. Alright, well, he's P3, not bad. And just check championship. Let's see, most is decided, but this might take some subplots. If his sick point is up to this point, so he will not get points. It will be mainly the top 10 here, as drivers who weren't really in this now have their chance. Who is going to get the win here? Because it is all out to liver. Zara has got the chance he's been looking for. Yogurt will be kicking himself because he knows he could be in that lead right now. Tactician would have been wondering after lap 1 gamble if he could have got this win. Obviously it didn't really work out, but he has a chance. Zara, and then we'll see Bugatti, who's led most of this race. I'm thinking he can put that to good use here. He has put in a very consistent stint which resulted in the eventual lead in by virtue of that needing soft strategy. At 23, everyone has caught up by this point. Although actually, sick boy, you could catch up. Could. That's the big thing. You could actually catch up and be unlapped. You got all 11 drivers here. So that will probably push out this. Is this safety car going to go or not? It has capabilities of staying off one more lap, so it will stay off one more lap. You see anyone spot a cheeky pit stop here? Anyone gonna slip into the pits for even fresher tyres? Nope, seems like everyone's gonna stay out, and the sick boy, is he in the pit? Or no, he isn't, and he's just gonna make sure he catches up. He's not gonna try to do anything that might mean he doesn't catch up. See, everyone's ERS is topped up now except for Sick Boy, but he's will. Yeah. Topped up. It just... This could be a point where you get that, your warning if you're falling back, you have 30 seconds to catch up. But usually it goes after a little bit because you push on just to get inside the 10 car lengths. Now, everyone is on about... The oldest tyres are the 3-lap all softs on the T2, but see, he hasn't done much on them, so not much is meant by how many laps you have done. Well, look at this restart. Bit crazy, he's left it right there, and Tactician has lost the position. Not great. Colorado's tactics are a bit off. And Zara now, this is his moment. Can there, as well, we've seen this script. Red Bull, Aston, 1-2, Baku. As that is nearly in the back. As it's crazy here. As it's going to be very much all or nothing. One mistake, you're gone. One nice overtake could be the difference. This black box looking for every which way possible to get past the tactician. He was doing well to keep up in these mediums. As look at this, just really pushing him around the corners. This is crazy stuff. There's a key one. But are giving it a little bit back, and that can really be beneficial if anything does happen here. As you can watch, Bugatti is defending as if it's like defense in it, and he would be so thankful there is not going to be DRS for this final lap, because otherwise you could get swallowed. As no all DRS being used, Yogurt obviously with his penalty, he's in trouble. He is not going to have a good result here, despite having the best pace. Zara is up into the lead, but with Bugatti now slipstreaming back, will he take P1? He's going to go down the inside. A bit of a squeeze. Zara has took it. But Zara, he's messed up. Yogurt's not going to slip through. He slipped through in all this because they were too focused on each other. Zara now trying to fight back. He knows now that if he can just get ahead, he won't really get slipstreamed by two cars without DRS. So now, down the inside he goes. Oh, and Yogurt's hit the wall. That is, and he spun it. And that's a race where it looks so good until that last little bit. As Baker and Tactician, the one McLaren remaining, trying to get some points. Extra point here as Yogurt is retired on track, but obviously it won't cause anything. It's too late. Zara looks like he will get this win. The Aston Martin will win at Baku unless Bugatti here can slipstream him before the line. We could get a photo finish here, and it could be one of the better endings to a race. As let's see now, on the final corner of the final lap of the penultimate race of this season, Baker is ahead of Tactician, but up front, what's going to happen? Who is going to get this? Both of them using DRS. Well, doesn't matter now, but it looks like at the moment, the ploy used, it is over for Bugatti. He cannot win this race. Zara wins in Baku to complete this race. Bugatti P2, Blackbox P3, Baker P4, this should be 5, Vengers P6, Darius P7, and I haven't even got the results, it's been that close. That is a race. That ending really spiced things up there. What a brilliant race. And yeah, I was wondering if maybe Bugatti had been maybe 3 or 4 tenths closer at the start, he might have won that one. But yeah, there you go. That is a race for you. So, Fernando Zara wins in Baku from P3 on the grid, and Bugatti, who started P15, had a brilliant recovery drive to P2, and maybe thinking, I could have won that one. Black Box ends up P3, so not bad for him. Maybe Baker, the slow McLaren ends up P4, of the two, ended up P4. Tactician, P5, Vengeance P6, Terrorist P7, Sunseries P8, Sigma P9, the Kiyu P10, Yogurt with the fastest lap. Out on the last lap, I'm thinking, did I bottle that one? Bjorn was a DNF in P12 along with Mark, Ralliet, Louis, and Pro Gamer. So, brilliant race. And I would say fairly enjoyable. And also make sure to tune in next week for Brazil, where usually the racing's good. the racing is good. And hopefully I will have Evan here with me to commentate over this. So I will have to thank you all for watching now, and it is goodbye.